Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Tomcat Stitchery. I'm Whitney, and today we're going to be talking about travel crafts, crafts that I like to travel with when sewing is not necessarily an option. When I'm going somewhere and I would like a craft, but sewing is not something that I can easily do wherever I'm going to be or in transit or whatever the case may be, which primarily for me is knitting, but I am going to talk a little bit about some good portable travel crafts, some little bits and bobs that I have collected that really help with that and that sort of thing. But before we get into that, today is Friday, which means we have a Feature Friday pattern from Love Notions. And today's Feature Friday pattern is the Coda Quilted Coat. So I made this when it was first came out. I made a version of it. Love it. It is still in my closet. I still grab it. Just a really nice shacket/jacket. Great for the colors that I made it in. It's just great for kind of adding a little splash of color to my outfit, which you guys know I love to do. Anyway, fantastic pattern. You can get it for $6 today only. Or if you use the code SEWTKS10, you can get an additional 10% off that sale price. So this is a great one to add to your catalog and a really great one to make right now, just because with the transitional seasons, whether you're getting ready to go into winter or going into summer. So definitely want to grab that one if you haven't already. All right, let's talk about portable crafts, what that means, why it's nice to have a little portable craft kit, which I'm going to be going through with you here in a minute. And yeah, why it might be something that you want to also add to your travel repertoire. And I've got quite a few things here. I should have brought over another chair to like put stuff in, but I didn't. So we're gonna wing this. It's gonna be fine. Okay, so like I mentioned, we're going to talk about my go-to portable craft first, just the one that I just find the easiest to travel with, that I really love, especially when I'm flying, and that is knitting for me. Now, the little notions that I'm going to show you, so most of my stuff has to do with the knitting, although I've got some other ones up, that I want to talk about as well, but knitting is probably my main one, and specifically socks. I love being able... Oh, I didn't bring the finished one down here. That's okay. I love being able to have a small project that I can take on the go with me. And for me, that is knitting socks. This is a sock that I currently have on my needles. So you can see I have a finished one. I'm almost done with this pair, but this is, I'm heading out to the toe. But I like socks because a lot of times it can be very mindless knitting. This pattern that I'm using here, this is the Lily Kate Makes Finest Fit sock, I think, which is just a stockinette stitch sock. Very, very simple, but really good for variegated yarns, things that maybe you just want that have a striping yarn or something like that you want to use. Or if you just want a really good base pattern that then you can do different stitch patterns on the leg and then on the top of the foot, if you want to do a cable or, I don't know, honeycomb, whatever, with all the different types of stitch patterns. I just really like having a sock that I really like that is just a plain one that then I can do whatever I want to it to make it into a whole bunch of different kinds of socks. And I just really like the way this one fits, and I like knitting it. It's got a short row heel, but she adds a little gusset to it, which is why it looks very like pointy outy here at the bottom. But once it's on the foot, it is a very nicely fitting foot. So I really enjoy knitting. This yarn also feels really, really good. Anyway, I really enjoy knitting the sock pattern. And again, if I am on a plane and I've got, the movie on or whatever that I'm kind of watching, depending on how long my flight is, I love being able to have just mindless knitting because I love to have my hands being able to move. So that is the reason that knitting is kind of my go-to, and I like a good stockinette pattern. Now, let's talk about notions. If it has been a while since you've knitted with socks or anything like that, and you are not familiar with these are the Addi, I want to get the name of it right, the Addi Flexi Flips. So these are the Flexi Flip needles. So you get 3 of these in a package. So they've got like a little cord in between the 2 needles. These are like the best of 2 worlds between an interchangeable needle, so like knitting like with magic loop, if you're a knitter and familiar, versus knitting with double point. It's like the best of both of those worlds because of that real flexible center there, and they bend in on each other. I mean, I knit with 3 needles, which, no, I feel like, and I'm trying to remember, it's been so long since I've knitted on double pointed needles. I would always have 4. I would have 3 on the work and then 1, a working needle. For these though, you just need the 2 and a working needle. So you just need the 3 needles, but I don't get any of the ladders at the side. If you're a knitter, you know what that means. I love these things. I got them for Christmas last year, and what size do I have? I mean, this is like, again, I don't go super adventurous with my socks. So these are a 2.5 millimeter or a US size 1, and it works great with this pattern, and I just, when it comes to my socks, I don't feel the need to like switch around with lots of different patterns. So there we go. That's my sock pattern. Sock pattern of choice. And I love wearing hand-knitted socks. There's just something very special about them. So those are the needles that I like to use. Now, I am going to be flying here soon, which is kind of what sparked the idea of this video. And so when you're flying, you have to be very careful with what you can take on the plane. So like I can't take my scissors with me on the plane, which is fine if I'm just knitting. Which will be a little, I'm not gonna be able to take them with me at all because I am doing carry-on luggage. I'm not checking anything. Normally, if I have a checked bag, I just stuff my little scissors into my checked bag, so I've got them with me wherever I'm going. Checking luggage is my preference. I know that I am an outlier on that, but now that everyone's charging for bags, including Southwest, I'm like, fine, I will carry on my luggage. But I wanted to show you guys this before we get into the little like the nitty-gritty with the notions that I love. This beautiful knitting bag that my family got me for Mother's Day. It is from Redesigned. It is a leather bag. It is beautiful. It comes in many different leathers. And honestly, for being a leather bag, it really wasn't as expensive as I thought. But it has got space for all of my interchangeable needles down here. Or maybe not all, but some. You can put some of your needles into this package or pouch here. It has got just pocket. There's a zippered pocket right here. There's a actual flat pocket that's right here. All of that is in the front. There is enough room when I open this up. So this isn't like, I mean, it'd be fine for the plane if you weren't going to carry anything else on. But I'm going to have my computer and my Kindle and that sort of stuff as well. My computer's really the big one. But then it opens up into all of this lovely goodness. So there's more like pockets that are in here. Another pocket here. You could put your interchangeable needles all through there, which that is my absolute favorite, to carry around my interchangeable needles. And I think it holds like 8 skeins of yarn or something, like a sweater's worth skeins of yarn plus your project. So perfect, no matter what you're knitting on for travel. I just wanted to show that. I showed this on a short, maybe. I can't remember if it was on a short or on Instagram when I got it, like right, because I got it for Mother's Day, but it didn't come in until I think July, because my local to me yarn shop ordered it for me. I saw these at H&H. We were in Chicago and she ordered one for me. So anyway, great for knitting on the go. But let's take a look specifically. So this is just going to be going into my computer bag, my yarn and my sock so that I can knit on the plane. But, and again, I'm going to have to go through this because not all this is going to be able to be carried on the plane. But this is what I have in my actual little kit. We're going to go through this. I have got in my little kit a stitch counter. This thing is fantastic. Now, not so much, I don't need it so much for socks, but if I am working on any kind of color work or a sweater where I'm trying to count rows, or even like a scarf or something where I'm doing a lot, where it changes a lot, it turns on, and every time I hit a row, I do this and it counts my rows for me. So if I have to keep track of that, love this thing. And it was, I mean, this actually a friend got for me, but they are not expensive. Okay. I also keep in my little bag a little thing of bitty bitty Post-its and a pen, so that if I've got, I honestly prefer a paper, like a printout pattern with my knitting, as opposed to like keeping something on my phone, because I do like to be able to mark it up. But if it's a nice pattern that I definitely, you know, a lot of times I'll just write on a Post-it note and stick it to the pattern so that I remember where I'm at, especially because I am notorious for ghosting a project for like months. And then this helps me remember where I was at. Okay. What else is in here? I have a regular tape measure. I feel like I've got a tape measure, just a soft tape measure and everything. Just a plain old regular tape measure. Although, that's not the cool one. Pair of scissors, small pair of scissors. Again, this will not be able to go on the plane with me. I think everything else will though. This will not be able to be. I'll just have to find scissors when I get where I'm going. I have got this, this is from Twice Sheared Sheep, and it is a quick gauge. So it helps you determine gauge with like little spots, so you can determine, okay, this is 3 stitches for one, you know, here's the size of your stitch. That's 1 inch, so you can kind of see what your sizes look at if you're trying to find gauge. Which we should all do a gauge swatch, right? I have got a crochet hook, because if you've ever dropped a stitch on your knitting, this is invaluable for being able to pick that back up again. Darning needles. I have 3 different sizes of darning needles that are in here to take in my ends. This is also from Twice Sheared Sheep. This is a, God, what is it called? It's something like a, oh, it's got a specific name. It's a tape measure, but you put this onto your needle in between stitches. Oh, I don't have a easily grab one. In between stitches, and it hangs. And then you take this little piece here. So if when you're knitting and it's like, you know, knit for 3 inches or whatever, you take this little slider and you push it down to 3 so that the top of the lock, the little slider, is at the 3. And this hangs with your knitting. And so you just knit until your knitting hits the top of your slider. It's so smart. Or you can put in a marker, a stitch marker, and then knit, you know, if it's not at the beginning of the work, if it's like in the middle of the work that you have to knit for, you know, I don't know, 5 inches or whatever, you put a stitch marker there, and then you start knitting, and you knit until you've hit the 5 inches. Isn't that cool? But it hangs just like a stitch would off of your needles. I love when smart things happen. Also, here's my little tin with stitch markers, because stitch markers, not so much with socks, but for other things. I've also got these from Twice Sheared Sheep. They're just little bitty cat heads that I've got. I haven't taken them off the thing. These are new. I have not used these yet. This, also from Twice Sheared Sheep, are stitch markers. And hold on, they're caught on this ribbon. These are little stitch markers, but they have got numbers down here hanging. So if you are making, let's say, a blanket or something that's got so many, like a lot of stitches on it, you can put one of these at each of your numbers. So you know, like this one says 50. So I cast on my 50 stitches, place my stitch marker. Cast on, you know, my next 50. Now I've got them at 100. I put on the 100 stitch marker. So they have the like 50 all the way through 500, I think, by 50s. Which is so cool if you're someone, like you're having to count your stitches. And then I just have some like little, so those are also from Twice Sheared Sheep. And then I've just got some little spinning wheel ones, and then some little wooden ones that look like little Gidget heads that are just wooden. But stitch markers, you lose them, folks. Stitch markers go missing like nobody's business. But that is everything that is in kind of my little, to-go bag. And honestly, this little, other than the scissors, I would have to keep those out. But if I were doing anything like embroidery, or I've got another little craft here, like hand embroidery, which I think would be kind of fun. I would like to maybe get back to that cross stitch, anything like that. I would use the same, I mean, I don't need like the gauge set or, you know, stitch counters, that kind of thing. Although maybe the stitch counters if you're doing like an intricate cross stitch. But a lot of this stuff would be the same, you know, the scissors, all that kind of stuff, except there may be the addition of some needles, depending on what that needlework is that our craft that I'm going to be doing. So that's kind of my little to-go bag. Again, I'll have to take the scissors out to fly. But another fun, new to me, definitely not a new craft, a craft that's been around for ages and ages, but new to me is, I bought this at H&H, and I am still figuring out how to, I just haven't taken the time. They've got beautiful video tutorials, but this is a needle punch kit from Kimberbell. And this is what the kit is. It is this really adorable bumblebee, but they had a huge needle punch canvas, I guess, stretched at H&H that you could go and do some to kind of put you, they're making kind of like a mural, but in needle punch. so that you can kind of put your little mark on it or whatever. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so much fun. Like, this is so, like, therapeutic and so different, and I'm having so much fun. And they're like, oh, we have kits. So I grabbed a kit, and it comes with all of the yarn that you need for the whole like little project here. It comes with the, obviously, like the little frame. I need to work on getting this like centered into the frame, but you can store it in the frame, like hang it up in the frame when you're done. The whole little pattern that you draw out with the pen, which I think is right here. Yes, little pen. And then there's like the needle, the actual needle punch needle, obviously. And everything has video instructions on how to do it. So I thought that this would be a lot of fun as a little travel project as well. Obviously, life since May has just taken a real, like, who knew, like in May, that so much was going to happen. But anyway, so this will be coming. And again, they've got beautiful video tutorials on how to do all this. So, and that is my jam. I love a good video tutorial. So anyway, needle punch, also a really great travel craft as well. So there you have it. For any of you that might be traveling this fall, or even as the holidays approach, if you're going to be in the car for a long time heading to go see family, or flying somewhere to go see family, or maybe just taking a vacation away from family, whatever the case may be, there's some good ideas of some travel crafts that you can take. And my favorite, obviously the sock knitting is my favorite, but I'm going to be embarking on some needle punch as well. So stay tuned for that. I'll definitely share my progress as we go along that journey. All right, guys, that is all I have for today. I hope you found that interesting. Let me know what your favorite travel craft is to take with you when you do your trips. And have a good weekend. Get some sewing in, and I will, see you guys next week. And until then, happy sewing.